My name is Darren Hartwell. I'd like to welcome the 2018 NTPA Grand National 4-wheel drive champion, Ben Ellis from Champlain, Virginia. Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you, sir. It's nice to see you. How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm well. How are you
Fine.
today?
Doing
Good. So, Ben, you won the Shell Rotella Cup last year, kind of dipped your toe in the water for Grand National, and that was awesome. So, you won the ring last year as well in Bowling Green.
Yes.
So decided to make the commitment to run the full Grand National circuit this year.
Yes, sir.
What went into that decision, and why did you choose to run Grand National?
I wanted to run the Grand National just to see if I was competitive enough to do so. The commitment was big for me. Living on the East Coast, it's a lot of traveling. So I pretty much needed my family behind me, my wife and my parents and everything, all my children, so to make sure that I could do it. But I'm glad I did it. It paid off, and I'm extremely thankful and blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this is one of the closest points races in the entire Grand National circuit this year for 2018. So going into Bowling Green, 3 hooks to go, you're 17 points behind.
Yeah.
Kind of, what were you thinking at that point?
I was thinking there's no way in the world that I can make up this deficit. And I had a lot of friends call me and say everything, hey Ben, you always running good at Bowling Green, it'll change. Just hang in there. And so I think just hanging in there and doing my normal thing really paid off, and I was gracious enough to win.
Yeah. So Bowling Green, you got a second and another top 10 to close that deficit to 2 going into Wauseon, Ohio.
Yes, correct.
The final hook of the year, there's a 2-week there's a weekend off, so there's like a 2-week layoff going into there. Stress level had to be pretty high, obviously.
Well, it was, and going into Wauseon, I didn't have anything to lose. I wanted to go and just do the best that I could and swing for the fences, so to speak, and I did. It paid off, and it just worked out nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wauseon, test hook, first puller of the class, you laid down a monster pass.
Yes. I was nervous about being the first hook, and then again, competitors came to, oh Ben, you're fine, you're great, you'll be great, don't worry, it's all good. And I knew from previous experiences that if it felt good on that first try, just to keep it, and I did, and it paid off big dividends for me.
Absolutely. So won the hook, won the championship, just a great way to cap an amazing season. Your first full-time season on the Grand National circuit to come out a champion. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Honestly, I don't really think it's set in yet. I've had multiple phone calls, and just the outgoing of support for me has been just tremendous. It hadn't really sunk in yet. I'm really thankful to do it, and I just like to thank everybody that helped me, the good Lord especially, and my family and all my people at home that really have turned out to help me so much keeping everything going. It's really been phenomenal.
That's great. So a couple wins. You won early in the season in Hutchinson.
Yes.
Now that is the farthest pole from your house?
Yes, 23 hours. Yes,
wow.
sir.
Wow.
To go to Hutchinson and not be there and win the first time there was phenomenal. It kind of set the stage for me. It was like, hey, you can do this. You got a shot. So it really helped me out a lot. I think the Tomah was the worst for me. At Tomah, we stumbled a little bit, and then when I got home, my dad was I had to put my dad in hospital. He had some issues, and that was just a really rough week after Tomah. So that was kind of the downfall of the season for me, the low point.
Okay. What would you say was the biggest challenge of running the entire Grand National circuit?
Being away from home so much, and the travel time is the biggest thing to deal with. It's a tremendous sacrifice to do this that not many people understand. The time away from home is just crucial for me with young family and everything. So that would be the most.
Okay. Now, what would you say? What's the biggest highlight of the season? I mean,
I think I had 2 big highlights for me. Of course, the wins were good, and they were just phenomenal wins to do. But coming out of Bowling Green and closing the deficit was a huge momentum swing for me, and clinching it right at the end of Wauseon in such dramatic fashion. I mean, we're down to 2 trucks to go, essentially, and we're tied. and I was just sweating bullets.
Yeah. That was it was very exciting, you know, to watch it play out.
Yes.
You know, it was a very dramatic, exciting time, and
It was extremely. The mood swing was just crazy. It was shift to shift, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So great season, Ben. Congratulations on your title. Who would you like to thank specifically? Your engine builders, your family.
Yes,
This is your time to name names here.
All right. Well, Sonny's, of course, Steve Barker, Nichols, William Lewis, Chad Seal, Ralph Taylor, and my parents, and especially my wife. They've all sacrificed a lot.
Okay. All right. What's your parents' names? Your wife's name?
Ben and
Kids?
Francis Ellis, all my children, Laura, Lizzie, Reagan, Cameron, and Tripp. They sacrificed Dad being gone a lot this past summer. I appreciate it, and I really enjoyed it.
All right. Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
Good job.
I appreciate it.